Well, Coach, boy, what an interesting game. We have a slow first half and the long break. But, boy, two different teams that came out, particularly the second half, was more of kind of what you were looking for, I imagine.
It really was. Defensively, I thought we played extremely well all night. You're going to give up some big plays against teams like that just because you're not used to the speed of that game. And defensively, offensively, we played a little conservative the last two drives. Because the only thing they did is we tried a turnover and we had a block kick, which gave them their 14 points. There in the second half, or 13 points. Defensively, we just stood up and made the plays when we need to. Amari made a great play at the end. Two plays prior to that, Shaheed makes the tackle, keeps the quarterback in bounds to burn their last timeout. So that was good to see. And then the second half, we made some good adjustments at halftime. We got to rolling. We finally found a way to get the ball to Kelvin McKnight. He's the guy that we got to get the ball to. And I think the first half, we may have targeted him once or two times. And for us to be successful, we got to find ways to manufacture the ball to him more. Played a very good opponent, as you well know, out of this Big South Conference. But we have a lot to work on. Golly, we made a lot of errors. We turned it over. We had a chance to put the game away earlier and kept giving them chances. So there's a lot to be taught and a lot to be learned out of this game. But it's a lot easier doing that when you have a big win.
How tough is it to come in off of a bad half, have the long break, get these guys ready to play again in the second half? But, boy, they came out in warm-ups. You could tell that they were ready to rock and roll. How proud of you are they?
Oh, well, it had nothing to do with me. I got to the point where if they had called the game, I would have been fine with it, just because it was just getting so late and we had been in the locker room a long time. And I didn't know how we would respond. I've never been in that situation, and I'm assuming most of them haven't either. Right. But I could tell we had a little bit more juice about us in the warm-ups. And, our defense came out and laying the wood early on. And then offensively, we scored a quick touchdown and got the ball right back, scored another one, and all of a sudden we were really rolling. But we got to have that effort more consistently. At the end of the day, I'm just really proud of it. They did it. They came out and made the plays in the second half, and after kind of a lackluster first half. But it was kind of a weird day all day long, wasn't it? It was just kind of like clouds and wind and, lightning and mist. But fortunately for us, as we're talking on a Friday morning, the Samford Bulldogs are victorious.
Are you excited at all that you haven't seen the best of your team, knowing how good it can be? Especially in spurts, we saw a super offense and defense team.
Oh, well, there's no question. We have a lot of talent, but it's just, especially on the offensive side of the ball, you got 7 new starters. We got a lot of work to do there. Defensively, I knew would be the strength of our team, especially early in the year. And it showed tonight. So we may have to play the defense a little bit more. But, they put us in some positions early in the game with the 2 back-to-back turnovers, to be able to put the game away early. Offensively, we couldn't get it done, and that's my fault. So I got to do a better job of putting our guys in a better position to be successful.
Lastly, Coach, I want to ask you about 2 plays. The one where Devlin, the kind of the breakout drill, found McKnight after scrambling, and then B, the smarts of your linebacker to get the tackle late and keep the quarterback in bounds.
Well, that's 2 veteran players, and making veteran plays and knowing the situation of the game and having a lot of field awareness. So those are probably the 2 biggest plays of the day. But again, we got to get those young guys getting to make those types of plays when we need them to. So, we got a lot of work to do, but like I said, it's a lot easier doing it after a big win.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
Well, boy, just talk about you guys really came out after the long break, seemingly just wanting it more. Just what went on during the break, and how did you refocus?
Nothing like in particular, went on during the break. We just made, usual halftime adjustments. But, Coach Hatcher always talks about, that third quarter is like, one of the most important quarters, starting fast in that second half. And we came out there and we did. And, I got to give credit to defense tonight. Offense, we made some plays, but defense, they came up big in the right time. And that's why I love this team, because, when offense is struggling, defense is picking up, and when defense is struggling, offense is picking up. So it's just great to see, finally all summer, all that work we did all summer just finally come together.
How does it feel to get one under your belt? I know there's a lot of anxiousness to play. Now that you got out there and hit somebody.
Oh, it feels great, and I'm just glad to get one under the belt for those younger guys. Got a lot of young guys, and to come out with a win is huge. There's a lot of things we can go clean up, but that's what film, that's what practice is for. But just getting that first game, especially that first win under our belt, is huge.
Knowing that you didn't play, not you particularly, but the team didn't play its best game, that's got to be a little exciting knowing how much better you can get.
Yeah, I think so. I think we left a lot of big plays out there tonight, and that's on us. But it's a lot of excitement around here. We got a great group of guys, special group of guys, and I'm just I'm ready for the season, the next game, and take it 1 week at a time.
I have to ask you about that 58-yard play. You sprinted out and found your guy running free there. Just walk us through it.
I mean, they had a hard rush on the end, step up, and then kind of got out of pocket. And, we practiced our scramble drill, and KJ knew exactly where to go. And he took off, and no one was there. And I just, laid it up for him, and he did the rest. I mean, got a lot of guys to get the ball to and let them make the plays.
Perfect. Awesome, dude. Looking at me. Well, boy, the defense really tale of two halves. I mean, really stepped up in the third quarter and took all the wind out of their sails. Just talk about the defense regrouping during the break.
Well, during halftime, we just told each other that we needed to come out in third quarter and just step on the gas from the jump, and so that's exactly what we did. And we rallied together. We got the sideline hype, and they just helped us, pushed us to overcome.
How hard was it with the weather and everything, and particularly not having the best first half?
Yeah. It was difficult at first. We came into the locker room. There was a lot of, it was quiet. You know what I mean? Everyone started to, worry a little bit, start thinking about the distractions, and I just told them, and I just put the music on, and I just try to get everyone hyping. You know what I mean? Get the blood flowing again.
The game was a little bit in doubt in terms of them playing. When you got word that we were going to go out and play the second half, boy, in warm-ups, the team looked pretty amped and ready.
Yeah, we came out in the second half, and we were on a mission. Everyone was pushing each other from the jump, from the sprints and everything, warming up. Everyone was just pushing each other, and we knew what time it was, so we went out there and we did what we had to do.
I asked Devlin this, but knowing that you guys didn't play your best game, you have to feel maybe a little excited knowing that, boy, the ceiling is still reachable.
Oh, yeah. We got to go out and practice next week and just become better, and we know we can get better. That's the best thing about this.
Good. Perfect. Awesome, dude.
You want to talk about the last play?
Oh, yeah. Well, you made a couple big critical plays there at the end. Just talk about the last play and stopping them when you guys needed to.
Well, I saw the quarterback run into the sideline, and I knew I needed to get him before he got out of bounds because, the clock was stopped, and I just knew I needed to make that play, so I just hustled over there and I made the play, thankfully.
Good.